of globalization, seaports are increasingly playing a crucial role in supporting import-export business activities, thereby driving the economic growth of Asia. Recognizing this trend, Vietnam has built many important seaport projects along its 3,260 kilometers coastline. One of the upcoming potential projects in our country is the Can Geo International Transshipment Port, located in the Siu Lao Concho area, Thanh Commune. It has a total area of approximately 5.71 square kilometers, with an main wharf about 7 kilometers long and a barge wharf. It is expected that this super transshipment port could commence construction in 2025. It is estimated that with a first-year cargo throughput of about 2.1 million TEUs, after 7 investment phases, the cargo volume through the Can Geo International Transshipment Port could reach 16.9 million TEUs by 2047. The project has an estimated investment of nearly $5.4 billion United States dollars. Upon completion, the port will create jobs for about 6,000 to 8,000 direct workers and tens of thousands of workers serving the. Besides the upcoming Can Geo port, Saigon Port is currently the largest national-scale general port cluster in the country. For many years, it has served as the international gateway for Vietnam's export.
That's Tanjung Priok Port in the USA.
However, Saigon Port still does not meet the conditions to break into the top 10 seaports with the largest container handling.
Let's find out together in today. Hong Kong Port.
Located in the special administrative region of the same name, Hong Kong is one of the world's busiest and most efficient international container ports, handling 14.34 million TEUs in 2020. Simultaneously, the port provides over 240 international container shipping services weekly, connecting to more than 400. Notably, Hong Kong was once the world's busiest container port for 15 years, specifically from 1987 to 1989, and from 1992 to 1997, and finally from 1999 to 2004. But with the strong rise of other port clusters in recent years, Hong Kong Port has no longer held the world's #1 position. In fact, the port was built when Hong Kong was still a British colony. From a sparsely populated and little-known fishing village, the British later transformed and upgraded it into a bustling general port attracting significant foreign. Today, most maritime shipping orders are concentrated in 3 main port areas: Victoria Harbour, Hai Sing Port, and River Trade Port, with modern.
That's largest and oldest natural deep-water ports, with an area of 41.17 square kilometers and a naturally endowed location between Hong Kong Island and Kowloon, making it a vital artery for Hong Kong. Each year, this port welcomes 26 million visitor arrivals and handles It is estimated that the waters here are deep enough to accommodate large cargo ships, each up to 500,000 tons, while the annual value of cargo moving through the port is estimated between 10 and 50. Hai Sing is currently known as the largest dedicated container port area in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. It was put into operation in 1972 and after several expansions. With this scale, it handled about 11 million TEUs in 2023, accounting for nearly 77% of Hong Kong Port's container throughput. Located west of Hai Sing Port is the approximately 0.65 square kilometers river trade port. It was completed in 1999 and is the only river port area in. Currently, it is where container and bulk cargo from the Pearl River Delta region are processed and consolidated before being transferred to Hai Sing Port, or vice versa. Next is Jebel Ali Port.
Located on the Persian Gulf, about 35 kilometers southwest of Dubai city center, UAE, Jebel Ali Port has been operational since 1979 and is managed by DP World, one of the world's largest transport and logistics hubs. It is now considered a crucial trade gateway for the UAE to international markets such as Asia, Europe, North America, and Africa. Owning a strategic location and handling most transshipment trade across the Indian Ocean, it's no surprise that Jebel Ali maintained its position as #1 in the Middle East and 9th globally in 2020.
Best port returned to the world.
Jebel Ali Port has a total of 4 container port areas: Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3,
Among them, Terminal 1 is the busiest port within the Jebel Ali port area, with a cargo handling capacity of up to 9 million TEUs. It is equipped with a Besides the port areas, Jebel Ali also possesses many other outstanding facilities and infrastructure, including the most modern cold storage. Currently, Jebel Ali Port is also connected to the UAE capital's highway system in Dubai International Airport, allowing transport from ship to plane in just about 4 hours. Tianjin Port. Situated on the western shore of the Bohai Bay at the mouth of the Haihe River in northern China, Tianjin Port covers an area of 121 square kilometers, comprising 151 berths connected to over 500 seaports. In 2023, the container volume handled by the port was 22.17 million. Tianjin Port is divided into 9 port areas, with the 3 core areas of Beizhong, Nanzhong, and Dongzhong playing the currently, storage, transportation, and all forms of logistics handling are. Furthermore, most of its land area is dedicated to storage and processing facilities, container yards, and warehouses. 2 large-scale logistics zones have been built to provide support and facilities for operating logistics. The port's geographical location between the mouths of the Haihe and Yangning rivers provides advantages for maritime transport. To the east, Tianjin Port opens to the Bohai Sea, an area crucial for linking Tianjin Port with international sea. To the west, Tianjin Port borders Tonggu District, which is the urban core of the Binhai New area and the Tianjin Economic Technological. It can be said that its strategic location and connection to major industrial and urban centers have made it a cornerstone in China's Belt and Road Initiative. In recent years, China has been striving to develop smart ports to promote its export-oriented economy and protect it. At Tianjin Port, automated container cranes and unmanned transport vehicles are busy daily with cargo transport and handling. The application of a series of technologies like 5G, artificial intelligence, autonomous riding, and cloud computing has helped transform Tianjin Port. Busan Port. As Tsushima Island, Busan is now South Korea. In 2001, the South Korean government continued to comprehensively upgrade the port of Busan by improving and expanding the scale of its second busiest container port, having handled 22.75 million TEUs in 2023. The port currently handles 40% of South Korea. The port of Busan currently has a total of 5 port areas: North Port, South Port, Yantian, Haiphong, and New Busan Port. North Port, Haiphong, The port of Busan currently has a total of 5 port areas: North Port, South Port, Yantian, Haiphong, and New Busan Port. With a length of 26.8 kilometers, it allows 169 ships to dock simultaneously to handle massive. Among them, North Port was established in 1978. This port area can handle both with an ideal size of 460 meters in length and a depth of up to 8.6 meters. It can currently accommodate one 10,000-ton ship, one 3,000-ton ship. South Port was built on an area of 90,000 square meters, and a special feature of this port is its 400-meter. That's the largest fishing port, accounting for 30% of the country. The main task of Haiphong Port is to handle coastal fisheries. Nearby is Nanxian Port, built on an area of 750,000 square meters. The port is equipped with modern container handling equipment, with a 1,400-meter-long berth allowing 450. New Busan Port is currently South Korea's largest container port area. It is one of the projects laying the foundation for Busan to become a maritime logistics. With that scale, it can allow container ships with a capacity of 30,000 TEU. Guangzhou Port. Located in the capital of Guangdong Province, Guangzhou is known as one of China's oldest seaports in history, especially during the Qin, Ming, and Qing. Notably, it is also situated at the confluence of 3 tributaries of the Pearl River, the East River. This geographical location has helped the port become an important transportation hub. Guangzhou's port area stretches along the Pearl River coastline and adjacent waters, creating favorable conditions for trade and cargo transport. As of 2023, Guangzhou Port ranks 8th in the world, with a container throughput of 25.41.
Currently, this area has over 4,600 berths, 133 buoys, and 2,359 anchorages, with each bridge. Not only does it have connections to over 300 ports in more than 100 countries, but the port also plays a crucial role as an economic and transportation center for the Pearl River Delta. It is also a transportation hub for industries in neighboring provinces such as Guangxi, Yunnan, Huzhou, Sichuan, Hunan. Among them, Nansha Port is an important part of the Guangzhou port cluster, having undergone significant development in recent. Established in 2003, Nansha has become one of the largest and most modern container ports. With a planned area of up to 40 square kilometers, Nansha Port can accommodate large container ships and handle cargo with high efficiency. Notably, it can accommodate large container ships with a deadweight tonnage of up to 100,000 tons, making cargo Shenzhen Port. This is the general name for a series of seaports located along the 260 kilometers coastline. For a long time, this port cluster has been rated as one of the world's busiest and most. In 2023, it handled over 29.88 million TEUs, becoming the world's fifth busiest, with modern infrastructure including 140 berths, handling various types of cargo and container ships of different 51 berths dedicated to ships over 20,000 tons, 19 specialized container handling facilities, and additionally. Currently, the two most common seaport areas in the city are Yantian Port and Shekou Port. Among them, Yantian Port handles many main types of cargo such as steel, chemical fertilizer. It is estimated that nearly 13 million TEUs of cargo are handled here annually, accounting for about 50% of Shenzhen ports. This port area is currently undergoing expansion and upgrading, expected to reach 16 million TEUs through Yantian after complete. With its strategic location along the Pearl River Delta, about 560 ships call at Shenzhen. Thanks to 21 feeder routes connecting to other ports in the Pearl, this port has many opportunities for trade and enhanced regional connectivity. It can be said that with the rapid development of China's economy, Shenzhen has become one of the most important ports in the country. In fourth place is Qingdao Port. Located in China's Yellow Sea region, Qingdao continues to be one of the most important port clusters. With a cargo volume of 30 million TEUs in 2023, this port has played a crucial role in serving the regional and global demand. With its favorable geographical location and natural conditions, Qingdao Port is considered an important center for international trade and maritime transportation along China's Yellow. It is currently connected to over 450 ports in more than 130 countries. Qingdao Port has the advantage of deep and wide waters, completely ice-free in winter and free of silt. Besides serving trade in Shandong Province, Qingdao Port also serves a vast inland economic region including Henan, Hebei, Shaanxi, Shaanxi, and this port cluster includes four main port areas, specifically the Old Qingdao Port, the Longnao Port. It provides loading, unloading, storage, and logistics services for containers, handles goods such as crude oil and grain, and also includes passenger service. Notably, Qingdao Port also has a large port area for handling iron ore, which is an important. And Qingdao Port plays a crucial role in the import, processing, and export. It provides services related to iron ore handling and transportation, meeting most of the demands of enterprises in the iron ore industry and some related sectors. Ningbo Zhoushh. In 2006, Ningbo Port was merged with the nearby Zhoushan Port to form a cargo handling center located on the East China Sea coast of Zhejiang Province and southeast of Hong Kong. With its strategic geographical location, Ningbo Zhoushan Port is situated at the intersection of north-south coastal and inland waterway routes. It also includes channels connecting to. Currently, this port has shipping links with 600 ports in over 150 countries. In 2023, the port's container throughput reached. However, in terms of cargo tonnage, Ningbo Zhoushan Port also ranks first in the world, being the first port globally to achieve an annual average of over.
As oil and liquefied gas products are transported or transshipped via this port cluster. Simultaneously, Ningbo Zhoushan is also the mainland.
Currently, Ningbo Zhoushan Port comprises 19 port areas and over 300 functional berths capable of. Among these, Meishan Port is known as one of the most important, as it handles over 20% of the total container throughput of the Ningbo Zhoushan. Additionally, the Zhuangshan Port area is notable for its approximately 3.7 kilometers long wharf. 11 large container ships with a load capacity of over 10,000 tons can dock at the deep water port simultaneously. To date, Ningbo Zhoushan Port is highly regarded for its infrastructure and cargo transportation. Located at the Singapore Strait, Singapore Port was once the world's busiest deep water port. This scene can be detrimental to the communists, the Western methods, and the deep water communists.
This scene can be detrimental to the deep water communists.
It is said that Ningbo Zhoushan Port has been highly rated for its deep water communists. This scene can be detrimental to the deep water communists. Located at the Singapore Strait, Singapore Port was once the world's busiest port, before being dethroned by a Chinese seaport in 2010. Although it no longer holds the top global position, with its advantageous geographical location and modern infrastructure, free from threats of typhoons or bad weather. In 2023, this port provided connections to over 600 ports in 123 countries and handled a container volume of up to 39.0. Furthermore, Singapore Port is also the world's leading transshipment hub, as 80% of ships passing through only perform loading and transport. About half of the global annual crude oil supply passes through this port. Additionally, it is the world's largest. Not merely an economic asset, the port also plays a vital role in supplying raw materials, minerals, and food for. Since Singapore is a small island, lacking natural resources, it must import. Currently, Singapore Port has 67 berths used for various purposes, from general berths to specialized berths for handling liquid cargo, such as crude and natural gas products, as well as cement and steel products. Additionally, the port is equipped with over 204 key cranes and a large number of drones. These cranes can serve large ships such as UASC A7 class vessels. The port also reserves a docking area for ship repair and maintenance operations. Other services provided include repair and maintenance, temperature monitoring for refrigerated containers, and according to statistics, Singapore Port is the port with the world's largest refrigerated container capacity, at about 6% of the cargo. Notably, the Port Security Department maintains a high level of security through cooperation with the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, the Police Coast Guard, the Republic of. Security is further ensured by armed police forces, a perimeter fence system around the port, controlled gates, a 24-hour CCTV surveillance system, and that. 2021 also marked another significant development milestone for Singapore Port with the launch of the super container. The construction of this project was divided into 4 phases, with Phase 1 focusing on building 2 port terminals capable of handling 20 million TEUs of containers, completed by the end of 2021. It is projected that by 2040, Singapore will complete this entire super project, at which point 2A will become the world's largest container ship port, with a total capacity of up to 6.
And topping this ranking is Shanghai Port.
Opened in 1842, Shanghai Port has existed for 182 years. With its strategically important location near the confluence of the Qiantang, Huangpu, and Yangtze rivers, Shanghai Port has become the world's busiest container port, far surpassing Singapore Port in second place, and for over a decade, it has maintained this position on. With 125 port terminals spread across 19 wharves, the port handled a container volume of up to 49.15 million TEUs. The main goods transported here are coal, metal ores. Shanghai Port has wharves capable of handling bulk cargo, special cargo, and RORO cargo. This is a method of transporting goods by sea by loading and unloading via ramps, either by towing or allowing cargo to move on inclined ramps. These wharves also provide various services such as towing systems. In 2005, Yangshan Deep Water Port was built on the Yangshan Islands, a group of islands in Hangzhou Bay. It was then connected to Shanghai's Pudong district via the 32.5 kilometers long Donghai Bridge. Therefore, Yangshan Port is now considered an important part of the Shanghai. This super project was constructed in 4 phases, with Phase 1 starting in December 2005 with an investment of approximately $7.5 billion. In its first year of construction, this port terminal handled about 3.1 million TEUs. Phase 2 was implemented with an investment of $7 billion and commenced operations in December 2006. At that time, the port owned 4 terminals with a capacity. By 2017, Yangshan Port was built by the Shanghai International Port Group with an automated container terminal worth nearly $2 billion, thereby increasing Yangshan Port's capacity by approximately 6 million TEUs. To date, Yangshan Port has a total area of 23.2 square. Despite being busy, these container port areas hardly use any manual labor, thanks to a fully AI-managed and controlled system, including container loading, unloading, horizontal transportation, and yard. It can be seen that among the world's top 10 largest seaports today, the UAE, South Korea, and Singapore each control 1 port, while the remaining 7 ports are all owned by China. This is not to mention that the billion-people country has also been acquiring numerous. Overall, China's efforts to expand its global seaport network primarily stem from economic objectives. Currently, up to 90% of the trade of the billion-people country is transported by sea, far exceeding the global. Seaports worldwide play a crucial role in China's import activities for energy, minerals, agricultural products, and many other goods. Additionally, container terminals and large container ships also help promote the export of. Beyond economic goals, China's efforts to expand its seaport network are also driven by strategic priorities. In 2013, President Xi Jinping promoted this effort through the Belt and Road Initiative, aiming to connect China with the world through trade, investment, and infrastructure. These policies help Chinese enterprises operating in the seaport sector gradually develop and become global.
As Liberation Army of China the strategic task of protecting trade routes and national interests abroad. Commercial ports have become crucial logistical platforms for this force.
In the United States, despite being the world's largest economy, import and export activities are bustling on both the east and west coasts, particularly at seaports, where all. However, unlike China's major ports, no U.S. seaport made it into the top 10 largest seaports in the world in 2023. This stems from the relatively high density of U.S. seaports, which are evenly distributed. Even the Port of Los Angeles, the largest and busiest seaport in the United States, only handled 8.6 million cargo, equivalent to about 1/6 of the capacity of the Port of Shanghai and more than half of the capacity. With such processing capacity, the Port of Los Angeles ranks only 18th in the world.
That concludes the information on the 10 largest seaports in the world today. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.